Great. How are you all?
You run with police protection now, so you got some officers guiding you in here.
I think they like y'all. They just want to get a little peep of the ducks.
Coach, how much of today's scrimmage will be about coaching, communication, and evaluating players, or all the above?
Part of it. We're not going to really scrimmage much. We're going to work some special teams, and we'll have some periods in there where we go a little live, and we're going to actually save our scrimmage to Thursday. Yeah.
What's the theory behind that? Is that a change all of a sudden you decide to make?
It's just a little sudden change. You know, in football, you have a little sudden change, and you just never know, and make sure our guys are never too comfortable.
Is that a feeling you got? The guys maybe weren't ready to scrimmage?
No, but I got already. If they're not ready to scrimmage, they better be ready to scrimmage every time they put on pass, because they know they can get it any time. That's the mentality we want around here. If we got guys not ready to scrimmage, we got issues.
Do you set goals for the season? Not necessarily win-loss goals, but I don't know, we want to be top 15 in the country in rushing or anything like that?
We set a lot of goals. We have offensive goals and defensive goals, and we have team goals, you know. And our team goal is to win the Pac-12. You know, that's our team goal. And if we figure if we win the Pac-12, then we're going to be doing some good things offensively, defensively, and special teams.
What's your loftiest offensive goal?
Win.
I guess that's probably the same for defense then, too.
Same for defense, same for special team. Win, baby.
Oregon's been a university that's always been pretty much top 10 in running over the last at least decade or so. Last year that dipped off, but I mean, I saw South Florida was top 5 in rushing. Is that a spot you'd like to see Oregon get back up to?
Well, I think that's going to be important in winning championship. I think you look at a lot of teams that win championships, they do a good job of running the football, you know, and that's something we want to be able to do, is be able to run the football and throw the ball, but be able to do both, you know. But I think it's really important that you can run the football.
You guys are switching more over to an extended game week. At what point are you going to sort of continue fine-tuning everything, and when are you going to start switching over to focus on some of these?
I mean, we've done things in the spring, and we've done some things early in spring. I mean, training camp on Southern Utah, and we'll do some more things this week too, and also continue to work on us getting better, you know, fundamentally and technically, and then come Sunday, I know come Sunday we'll be full bore in Southern Utah.
Kind of the theory behind scrimmages is to get players kind of that game-like experience. Is that useful for coaches too, especially for the new staff? Like, come first game, is everything going to be clicking on the coaching side there?
You hope so. You know, you hope so with the entire football team. You know that things are rolling well. You know, we've had work. We'll have more work throughout this week from a communication standpoint with the coaches. You know, but come game day, then all those things got to work with all the distractions, and that's when you really figure it out. You know, but I think if you're simple and everybody know their role and just do a great job of doing their role, we'll be fine.
Aside from just like straight up X's and O's, like what's the most challenging thing on a game day for a new coaching staff together?
Yeah, the X's and O's out of the way. It just, again, when you haven't done it with each other, it's just understanding how things are done, and it'll be new for a lot of guys. You know, so they adjust along the way, and again, we have a way of doing it. So as long as they stick to the plan, it shouldn't be too hard.
How has this team adjusted to this point in camp compared to your first year at Western Kentucky or your first year at South Florida?
It's different. It's tough to compare. I mean, all of them with different situations, and it's just tough to compare both of them. Our guys are working really hard, and our guys are doing everything we asked, and they got to continue to work hard. You know, we have at least 2 weeks to really prepare and get ready, and they got to have to be the best 2 weeks we had.
Coach, with that, I think most coaches might say they want that extra time to prepare or more time to prepare. Are you guys on schedule?
Yeah. You know, when we say prepare, I think the big part is us preparing for us, you know, and being really good at what we do, you know, and it shouldn't really matter what anybody else does. It's about how we play and how we perform. So we just got to continue to fine-tune some things and get to the point where we're really sharp at everything we're doing. So, we've been doing that since the spring. So just continue to focus on us and and then have a better understanding of Southern Utah come next week.
Would you guys say you're pretty sharp at this point?
At times. We're not consistently sharp, but again, I don't expect for us to be consistently sharp right now.
Are there position battles that are still too close to call? Is that a good sign? Is that exciting?
That's a great sign. That means when we can do that, I mean we got a chance. We're building some depth, and that's really important with our football team, is that we build some depth. And I think you can see in a lot of positions there's not a lot of depth, and it's so important that we try to develop that as much as we can through training camp and throughout the beginning of the season. So there in the late part of the season, we have some competitive depth that can help us win ball games.
What are a couple that have stood out in terms of battles that have been really good?
All of them.
Any that you're more excited about?
No, I'm excited by every single one of them. Every position. It's pretty cool. Guys want to play, and as you get closer to the game, they want to play even more. So I think this next week is going to be really important. I think a lot of guys are separating themselves.
A lot of guys walking into practice, not a lot of smiles on their faces. Did they get a talking to today, or?
Nah. I'm sure you go out there, when you guys get out, you see some smiles. You don't see a smile? He's smiling.
Juwan is smiling. He's one of the happiest guys on the team.
They all should be, man. Who has it better than us?
Does it still look like a lot of those freshmen are not going to be redshirting, and they are going to be making an impact this season?
Yeah, if they keep developing the way that they've been developing throughout training camp, we have some pretty good players that we feel like can help us this fall. So if they continue to do the things they've been doing this week and next week, absolutely.
Over the last decade or two, you've seen like the evolution of the spread offense and all that sort of thing. As someone who's kind of a part of the generation of the younger head coaches right now, you'll hopefully be around this for a long time. What do you think the next evolution in kind of college football is?
I have no idea. I have no idea. We all do the same thing. We just call it something different. So I think whatever.
But what's going to be the non-same thing?
It all depends on what they call it. Whatever they call it, it'll be different. But it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
When you break it down to the X and the O's, you got to block somebody and you got to tackle.
But you see at some point now that like everyone's doing a spread, like then like a switch back to more of like a pro style.
Well, I think it always happened that way. You had to run and shoot at one point, then you went back to the West Coast, having had two backs, and then we're back to the spread. And it all goes, and it all depends on who's doing it really well. Whatever they're doing, if they're doing it really well, then everybody try to follow.
Well, you changed the scrimmage up on purpose, for that reason, just to throw the guys off.
Yeah, and we just sudden change. It happens a lot throughout the season. You never know how it's going to go. It can be beautiful like this, and then the storm just come in, and how you gonna react? I think that's always keep our guys on their toes and ready to roll. And today's practice would be like a scrimmage, though. That's how hard they're gonna go. Yeah. So it'll be fun.